you said, like that kid who thinks he's going crazy because he doesn't know what he wants to do next year, once he hears this from different walks of life at these higher levels, he's gonna feel okay, he's gonna feel motivated, he's gonna feel rewarded that him not knowing what he wants to do
Also
is okay.
knowing like what the objective is and what the destination is, right? Because if like your goal is to get there, whatever there is, what is that to you, right? Because
Yeah,
like
what's the
I'm
why?
someone who's experienced wanting to get there,
Right.
but then I got there and there was nothing there. So
Yeah.
like that's I think what God's, I mean, like not to get too spiritual, but like, man, I've had to go through a lot of hardships thinking that there was an end, there was an arrival. Once I get there, once I become educated enough, once I get this X amount of dollars, once I have financial security, once I have a wife, once I have a baby, all these checks that you check these boxes and there's still a sense of what else is there.
Right, right.
And that's, I think, you know, the beauty of going through hardships is you're able to share that with others and say, hey, I've been there and I've been in your seat and I've wanted the whatever it was that I thought would get me to ascend into an arrival of sorts. But you only get, like, again, going back to like all we have is right now. You can have a goal and a dream, but just knowing that that's actually not the thing that will fix
Right.
whatever, like all you have is your community. So cultivate that, enjoy that, and go to wherever you're going together. But like for me, like knowing that my destination, like God is my destination,
Amen.
and He's with me right now.
Amen.
You know, so I don't have to, I'm not going to a destination, I'm going with the destination. And so we're just going wherever the wind blows us today together with whoever we choose to be around. We get to choose who we get to be around. You know what I mean? We get to be like, and obviously sometimes you're in an environment where you're in a workspace with someone maybe you don't want to be around, and that's fair. I mean, like, but you know, when it comes down to cultivating like your, you know, your inner circle as far as like friends and who you want to dream with about like how you want to see the world and where you want to, you know, how you want to see it change. Like we all have those dreams. Like, man, it's painful out here, you know, like.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
for sure. And this conversation is helping people too, because a lot of people are going through these same things, and hearing it from you and hearing it from us, like it gives them perspective that these things are, you know.
Are there any other questions?
Oh yeah,
Bring them up.
They're coming through. They're coming through. This chat is just going so crazy.
I love that. Pick the best.
Everyone's saying, preach, bro, keep preaching. And you said something about like not being trying to be too spiritual. They said, nah, be spiritual.
Man, that means a lot to
Yeah,
me.
they
Like,
said, nah, get spiritual.
I think I get like insecure about like being too spiritual because things have felt like they've, to me in my personal life, have felt very preachy and very much like not palatable or digestible. Of like it's easy for you to say, Justin, you have everything you want.
Yeah.
So you're telling us don't go after the money and the cars and the
Yeah.
things, but you have all those things. So let me go out and want those things too. And I think there's nothing inherently wrong with wanting nice things, desiring a big house and wanting a nice car. Just know that it might not fix some of those pains that you feel late at night. It might be nice. You get to feel like a, you know, like, man, this is fire, and you're appreciative of it and you could be grateful for it. But like, again, you still have to live with yourself.
Yeah.
You still have to sleep in the bed next to whoever you're sleeping in bed that night. They're gonna either respect you or not respect you, not based upon how many cars you have.
Yep.
They're gonna be respecting you based upon the person that you are, how you treat them, how they see you. You know what I mean? Like that to me is real value.
Yep.
And it's taken me having to go down the roads of maybe people will respect me once I achieve this. And it's like, nope, they still don't. They still treat you like dog shit.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, like, I still want nice things. I still have dreams. I still have places I want to go. I still things I want to have things I want to buy. But I just feel like they're in their proper place, and they're not above like having spiritual peace, like
Exactly.
being
Exactly.
able to live with myself, being okay to cry, not moving too fast, getting rest. These things are important to me because it's like why we exist,
Right.
you know?
Right. Well
So
said. It's
Amen to
great
that, bro.
perspective, bro.
thanks for saying that.
Yeah.
Amen to that. Nah, you're going crazy right now. This is great, bro. This is exactly. I think this is a gift. This is a treat for people right
Thanks
here.
for
Just
saying
having
that.
these conversations right here. This is exactly,
Thanks
you
for
know,
saying
how I
that.
think the first step of engaging with the chat.
What
is
else?
updating
What
your
else?
stream.
What other questions? What other things are there on there that they want to know? Like, or what do they want
Yeah.
to?
What's the most valuable song that you've written that means the most to you? Maybe
That's
as of
that.
late, or is that too broad and
Well,
wide?
no, I mean, like, it's a
Less of.
question that I've gotten a lot, and it's
Okay.
like,
Okay.
as an artist, it's really hard. It's almost like picking a favorite kid,
Mm.
you know, because they're so unique and they're all meaningful. And so, like, to try to pick a favorite child is like, you have different love for each child that you have. I only have one, so I can only speak to the love I have. But, like, I can't choose whether I love Haley more or whether I love Jack more. Like, they both are so different, but so special. So, like, I love that I'm able to make music that is for all different kinds of things, whether it's like I've written songs for Jack, I've written songs for my wife, I've written songs about heartbreak, I've written songs, you know, just being able to like be able to have that creativity is such a blessing. And yeah, I would just go ahead.
Someone asked, what's the most challenging part about making music to you?
The most challenging thing at this point is like not letting my ego drive the ship, you know, because like I've gotten really good at making music, like, and that's not like me wanting to like praise myself. That's just like I've been doing it for so long, and like
Right.
I've just found it to be something that comes pretty natural to me. And like obviously there's times we get in like these creative slumps or we feel uninspired or whatnot, but like doing it for the right reasons is really like because I want to like, you know, once money's introduced and once like attention is introduced, you can start to just be like,
Yeah. No, for sure.
It's crazy.
you know? And
Yeah.
like I want to always get back to like, okay, why did you start doing this? It was like, oh man, you get to see people, tears in their eyes, looking at you, thanking you. Like, thank you, you changed my life. I was gonna commit suicide, and this song saved my life. Like, whoa.
Right. Wow, bro.
Because like I was talking this morning about just like, I always thought doctors had a bigger calling in their life than my calling, and I would almost think that I'm less than like than a doctor.
Yeah.
Right, but then like someone put it into perspective, like when doctors need to be inspired, they're listening to music.
Right.
Like, and you know what music does for the soul, it heals the soul, and like obviously doctors can heal the body, and that's a beautiful thing, but they're both so important. And like I think whatever gift we have, sometimes I think we can dumb it down because someone's made us feel like whatever our job is maybe less valuable than someone else's. And that's something I can say to Chad is like, whatever you are gifted with is your, like, I think is your purpose. And like,
Amen.
that's
That's it.
attached to your fulfillment. And that doesn't make you any less than someone else that might have a different gift that maybe they have a little bit more attention for their gift, but it doesn't make their gift more valuable. Like, we're all on equal playing ground, and like everyone's gifts are to make up and to complement each other because we all need each other.
Yeah.
Someone wants to know this, and this was actually going to be my next pivot question to about the gift. How do you even know what your gift is? Some people, you know, woke up being able to hit
I
every
think-
single note.
Right.
And you kind of learn that and you channel that. But
Usually listening to people, like,
it's a journey.
yeah, but like you will have it's not hard to figure out your gifts because people will reveal those things to you.
Something you kind of like a compliment you get a lot of. You get a lot.
Yeah, like, man, wow, like,
reveals itself.
it
It
really
reveals
will,
itself.
pretty
Yeah,
naturally,
But if
yeah.
you don't have that spiritual eye, or
You don't
that
have to pry for it.
You don't, like, you'll be,
Yeah.
people will just call that shit out.
Yeah.
there's a couple things that I
You
think
just have to
someone
pay
needs to
attention.
have though.
Yeah.
That's it, really. Like, just pay attention.
And then you just lean into that thing.
Lean into it, but like if you don't have that spiritual ear and eye though, you're not even gonna. It's like you won't even accept these things that people are saying about you. You're gonna like be stuck with imposter syndrome
Right.
sometimes. So it's like you kind of have to be sound with your spirit to be able to accept what people are
What does
telling
that
you.
mean to you? Like, how does that look like to you?
Well, like being sound with like your
Yeah.
spirit to accept something that you're
yeah,
trying to
'cause,
figure
like,
out.
I'm curious as to like your journey of how that, like,
Yeah, like being able to connect and talk with people and just be generous and open-hearted the way I kind of naturally have been like my whole life, just due to like what my parents tell me. That translated in real time when a business partner of mine years ago just said, Ron, you got a gift of gab. And I think that's scripture as well. You know what I mean? And then it started making sense. Everything I ever did had to do with like how I introduced myself or how I gave a perspective on something. And that was just one of them. But I had to just like be accepting of it to believe
did you
it.
feel like there was times where you, like, cause for me, it was usually at the lowest of times for me that revealed what I really, really wanted. Cause I think sometimes we think we want something that we don't really want.
Yep.
And then we get embarrassed with ourselves. Me, that's just my personal journey.
The embarrassing part. What's
Yeah,
the
because
embarrassing
the embarrassing
part?
part is like, oh man, I really thought that this was gonna fix something. Whether it was like, you know, taking the money or like doing something that I thought was gonna be like, help me to transcend and be able to avoid these human things that we all have to go through, which is grief, heartache, loss, regret, bitterness, resentment, frustration, being belittled, being taken advantage of, being none of these things. Unfortunately, none of us are exempt from these things.
Yeah.
We're all gonna have to go down that journey of experiencing those feelings, because if you want to love and be loved, you got to put yourself out there. It's really not rocket science. So like, in order, when you do that, you're gonna be hurt. So I think we think there are these little secrets that can help us avoid some of those things. And unfortunately, there's not.
Yeah.
Like, that's just my personal experience. And I think that like, I had to hit the lowest rock bottom to realize, well, actually, I do want to just use my platform to make a difference. But
Yeah.
but I wasn't always like that. Like, I had to go through like choosing, like thinking that I could get around heartbreak and thinking that I could get around these things. I always thought like God was important, but like I don't need him right now because I'm successful.
Right.
And like people love me. So like what do I need God for right now? I'm lit, bro.
Yeah.
You need God when you're in the you're in the desert and it's dry and you're begging for water. Like
Right.
I'm like, yo, it's raining dancing on me right now.
Yeah,
Like, it's
bro.
going crazy. Like, what do I need God for? And then it's like, yo, you hit this point where you're like, damn, like, nah.
Yeah, bro. You're
Either this is all for something greater good, like we've been given these lives and they mean something, they gotta mean something.
Somebody was
can't get
like,
around.
you know, they're going through, you know, a hard time right now. They just lost their job, and he said he's feeling really hopeless because he's lost his job, and like, you know, I think sometimes, and I've felt this, where like you feel like your identity is almost tied to your career. You know what I mean? And like you feel like your worth is tied to what you do. You know, and I know I hear you talk a lot about it's not about doing, it's just about being. You know, and maybe you can.
Well, I mean, I empathize with
Yeah.
that, because sometimes at your job you could have had a cool community that you
Yeah.
had like spent all your time cultivating with
Right.
those people, growing with those people, and then now you feel like, was that all that time wasted? Like,
Right.
and like I heard someone say recently, like, you can either be in a state of regret or a state of like a want, like if I just had this, then I'd be happy, or if I just would have done this, then I'd be happy. And it's like, I think everything happens for a reason. As like vague of a quote of that is, like usually the most like simple quotes are usually the truest, like most applicable. And I do believe that like we are where we are in humanity for the first time. None of us have ever been here before.
Yeah.
And, you know, all the things that have happened for a reason. I just gotta believe that because, like,
And then to pivot on that, not pivot on that,
No,
but
please.
to add to that, somebody might have just logged in right when you were giving your example. We do need God in our lives, right?
I would like to think so, you know, like,
Yeah,
obviously everyone's on their individual journey, but like,
yeah.
I, you know, like, I can't do this life without God, like,
Amen.
man, like, and the only
you
reason
go.
I say that is because, like, I've tried to do things on my own, to, like, write my own narrative and, like, change the course of my own life, or, like, do things my own way when I know because, I mean, like, all of us hear from God in our own way, like,
Yeah.
whether you're watching on the chat or not, like, you're hearing from God, like, right now, like, you
Literally.
just literally can just tune into that, like, sit in your body, let yourself resonate with that, because, like, all of us have equal access to the divine. It's not about, like, all right, I gotta read my Bible for 90 days, and then all of a sudden, the Spirit of God will come upon me, and I will be a righteous, holy servant of the Lord. Like,
Yeah.
I think that a lot of us grew up with this feeling lesser than because maybe our Aunt Barb read 17 pages a day, and you're like, man, I'm never gonna be as spiritual as Aunt
Yeah.
Barb. So I guess that I'm not even gonna just tune in because I'm not even there.
'Cause I hate
I'm never
reading.
gonna be there.
It's like I hate
You know what
reading.
mean?
I have no
hate
chance.
reading.
Yeah.
But like maybe you relate to God in a different way. Maybe you see God in the birds. Maybe you go for a nature walk and God speaks to you. You know what I mean? Like we can't judge how someone is relating to God. Like that's their own journey, you know? So that hopefully that encourages anybody watching who feels like far from God and feels like, man, I don't relate to God. I don't go to church. Like,
Right.
is God with me? Do I have, you know, access to God? Have I done too many bad things that God shunned me away? I don't see it like that, and I can't get down with that.
Yep.
Names.
Someone said nature.
Really
Someone
well
said
said,
dead
bro.
on. Nature's like the way they connect with God.
Right?
That's good. Yep.
I love that.
Love
That's a
that.
big thing for me. I don't read a lot of scriptures. Like I get sent them and like I'll think on them here and there, but like I do really connect with like going for a walk and putting my feet in the grass or going to the beach and looking at the ocean and like, damn, it's big. Like it's wide.
It puts in
it's
perspective.
Vast.
Vast.
Like,
That's my
it's
favorite
like-
word these
yeah,
days,
it's like
bro.
God is so
Fast. Yeah.
vast and I'm so small and these mountains and these skies, like, come on, bro. It's way bigger than us. If you don't think that there's a creator, like, I don't want to make you feel like an idiot, but like, just open your eyes. Like, there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. And he's not a football coach, bro. This cat's not
no, he's not.
implementing all these rules and making sure you fucking pray 7 times a day, 12 times a day, or fuck going to church every Sunday. Like it's not that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is
And
there any?
no,
Is there any
sorry.
other? No, that's a good
Yeah,
call
yeah.
because that helped me a lot in my journey because like unworthiness of being able to like stand up for what's right. When you feel unworthy,
Yeah.
you just
It hurts.
give up.
Yeah, that hurts, bro.
Yeah.
That'll have you in a slump for days, weeks.
Literally.
That's so cooked.
Someone's asking about, there's an industrial designer that just graduated. He's in a state right now where it's like hard to find a job, but he's like thinking about doing his own thing. And he's like, I'm just curious what inspired Skylark and the logo.
Well, the logo is supposed to kind of be like an energy. We call it the energy logo, am I right?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
so
yep.
it's like, it's supposed to represent energy and like,
Two
energy
energies
is just it's movement, and like I believe that we're supposed to keep moving, you know, and that's also synonymous with forgiving too. I think
Yeah.
forgiveness is what makes the world go around.
Right.
And when we forgive, we keep moving. We shake it off, that hurt, but I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna go to work today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna love people today. I'm gonna, open my heart today because like, I mean, having a closed heart sucks, bro. And like, you can wish someone well, maybe don't have them close to you anymore because they keep disrespecting you, they keep belittling you. But like, forgive them, send them on their way, and God will bring people to you that are supposed to be in your life.
Yeah, bro.
Yep, they love that. Everyone's loving the energy. Everyone's loving that message right there.
Thanks for
That's
saying
fire.
that, bro.
Yeah, bro, you're turning it up. Everything has been spiking up since we've been kind of connecting with the chat as well. Everyone's asking questions the way they're coming in so fast. Neva and I are going through them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to sift through these things. This is the first time we're doing this shit. So
Yeah,
it's like,
I saw like 4 or 5 people wonder how we all met. Tell us just a quick story about how we all met. Maybe you guys want to start with that.
Yeah, do you want to
Y'all go back,
tell
man.
us how we met?
how we
Yeah,
all-
initially.
yeah, just
I think through a Fredo, right?
Fredo,
Years
yeah,
ago, you came
yeah.
to Calabasas.
So how
brought
many
some
years
Pink
ago?
Dolphin.
Yeah, so I used to have
crib.
I used to have a brand called Pink Dolphin, and would just see. I think you may have like picked a piece up somehow, just kind of organically, or I don't know. But Fredo and I had built a relationship, and he was like, "Yo, like I'm living with JB, like love your shit. Pull up whenever we're in town." We kind of built a great friendship, so I would just pull up on you. Like, you must have been like 18 or something, maybe 19, I don't know. But and I would just pull up. We would like kick it. I drop a box off, and that was kind of the extent of our relationship for a minute. And then I think we just had like some friends in common, and like we started rubbing shoulders, and like we didn't really like click for a long time, bro. It was like 6-7 years of like knowing each other, but like not really being homies. And then one time I think it was like maybe about 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, we just like kind of clicked in a different way and just connected. And then I remember you took me in your Sprinter van. It was like, I think it was after church. You like had the Ghost video for the first time, and you were like showing us the Ghost video, and then you're like, yo, you want to just come like listen to music? And then we just kind of like cruised around, and then we smoked a blunt and just like had a good time. And then we just kind of realized that we have a lot of similar interests and like the same fashion and music and art and just everything, and just kind of like, we're synced up like that. And then I don't know, just shit. And then you took me on a trip with you one time we went to like Saudi and Qatar and
Fire.
Maldives. We went on this like 2-week adventure, and like we just got a lot of like intimate time to just connect and bond, and like, yeah. And then we just built a friendship kind of from there. It was super just natural.
Love.
Yeah.
And divinity is always key, holds the most weight. It allows time to pass. That's what you look up and know is what, 10 years ago you said? So,
Probably like when we first met, but I think like the last 5 to 6, we like got really, really close.
Tight.
Over the last like 5 years, yeah.
tight.
Ron, we met at the league.
We met at the league, season 2, bro. I think that was...
It was cool because I had no clue, bro, that you were even the commish or that you started the league. And we just struck up a genuine combo.
Literally. And
And we were talking about like marriage. and
Marriage, that
stuff
was week 2.
At the table.
Yep. We're eating
I
at
really
hibachi.
didn't know.
We were just connecting.
I just was like, oh, this cat's fire, and just
Yeah.
I liked your vibe, bro. You seemed genuine.
For
and
sure.
your style was fire.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You gave me some gems right then and there that I still think about to this day.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, it was just like the whole approach to marriage and how like it doesn't get easy in terms of like we're men, we're human.
Yeah.
And we have urges, like there's beautiful women all over this world.
Yeah.
It's easy to have them all versus locking in with one.
Bro.
And so it starts off with knowing what we want and then accepting that challenge. And I don't even want to call marriage a challenge, but like, just
It's challenging. If everyone would do it if it was easy.
if it was easy. And so you just kind of gave me a fresh insight that it's okay to, go through the challenges of being in a marriage, and,
and talk about those things and
talk
be
about those
vulnerable
things,
about them. I think it like takes a real man to share that and be honest about that and like have that confidence to be like, you know what, it's like I have these feelings, but I'm not, obviously I don't want to engage with them. It's a stressful time. You know, there's a lot of pressure. I have a lot of goals, and I'm feeling the weight on the world. Of course I'm gonna want to escape.
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, escapism is like everyone, and we all do it to a certain degree. You know, we all find ways to escape. You know, and there's healthy ways and there's unhealthy ways. You know, you can find reprieve through like watching sports or like playing sports, or like those can be really good escapes for you.
Yeah. Yeah, for
But
sure.
like wanting unhealthy escapes, if like you guys have those things and you want to escape, you welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Like that's not a foreign thing, and like if it's an unhealthy thing that you want, also welcome to the club. Like, you know,
You're not weird.
You're not weird, and
Right.
that's it's like if you feel like you have to hide that, that's also probably causing you a lot of anxiety. Because I know what it feels like to like want to hide those like things and think if someone knew this about me, they wouldn't want to be my friend.
Right.
But that's just not true. Like,
Yeah.
It's just not true.
it's not true. It's a lie. It's a big lie. Anything else in the chat that seems
We
interesting?
want Skylark in Brazil. Bring Skylark to Brazil.
Oh yeah, Brazil.
We got to
Big
do a
Brazil.
big tap in Brazil.
Big Brazil. There's a lot of love from Brazil.
Love South America so much.
Let's see.
I think the biggest I think like I crave being comfortable. And like comfort is a huge illusion, like, and it's something that is so overrated. Like, it's not comfortable to sit here and put yourself out there. I don't know any of you guys, you know, people have a lot of opinions on everything I have to say. Everything's subjective, so like, it's scary. But like, it's so worth it to put yourself in uncomfortable positions to grow and to like,
Yeah,
So
you gotta be uncomfortable to grow.
Yeah.
I've learned that.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. You know, and sometimes you get stretched, but that's if you're willing.
do you
to
know
do
about the
hard stuff.
pruning process? The pruning process?
We talked about it again a couple days ago.
Yeah,
Talk
Haley
on it
was
again.
telling me about the pruning process, and I'd be interested to like chat GPT it or something, because I'm really not a what is it? It's like has to do with like agriculture, and like I feel like I'm just out of my depth. So I would love to like know what the pruning process is, and I find that very interesting. Pruning process, trimming or cutting away dead. Okay, this is good. Pruning process is the process of trimming or cutting away dead, overgrown, or unnecessary branches, leaves, or stems. Again, pruning is the process of trimming or cutting away dead, overgrown, or unnecessary branches, leaves, or stems.
That's so
good.
And this is to improve growth and health of the plant,
Yeah.
bro.
So it's necessary for life to
Necessary.
thrive.
Encourage fruit or flower production, to shape the plant aesthetically,
Yeah.
bro. To prevent disease spread.
Yeah.
There's a pruning process. Pruning is the process of trimming or cutting away dead, overgrown, and unnecessary branches, leaves, or stems. The purpose is to improve growth and health of the plant, to encourage fruit or flower production, to shape the plant aesthetically, and to prevent disease spread. Examples: gardeners prune rose bushes before spring to encourage stronger blooms.
Wow.
All right.
That's so deep.
In neuroscience, synaptic pruning is how the brain strengthens useful neural connections and removes weaker or unused ones, especially during childhood and adolescence.
Wow.
In personal and organizational growth, people and companies use pruning metaphorically, cutting distractions, habits, or relationships that don't serve your purpose or growth.
Literally.
refocus energy, build discipline, strengthen core values or direction. And I think this has been a painful season for all of us. And like, what if we looked at it as, man, maybe God's just pruning me. And that's a weird word. The word is,
I don't even know
like,
that
it
was
kind of hurts
Yeah,
to say prune. It's like, I don't even like
For
the
real.
word really, but like,
Yeah.
but it does ring true to me
Yeah.
of like, yeah, maybe God is cutting off unnecessary branches. Maybe my aesthetics about to be more fire. Maybe my I'm gonna have, more efficiency. Maybe I'm gonna start producing better fruit in my life. Like maybe my relationships are gonna be deeper and stronger because of what I'm having to go through right now.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't look at this painful season as then you start to be able to relate to this season as, okay, it's just a season. It's a painful one at that, but I can endure it because I know there's purpose in this season.
It's not in vain.
Nah, because it's gonna help us, our health, and help us to grow and prevent disease to spread so that we're not, they say if there's like fruit in a thing and one little piece of fruit goes bad, the whole thing.
The whole thing goes bad, yeah.
So
It's like they call that cutting the cancer. I think the other week, remember we talked about it, like recalibrating relationships. And just like, yeah, that pruning thing is deep right there, bro.
Yeah, because we can get so discouraged and like the thoughts can get so dark to almost wanting to like, I've had literal suicidal ideation because things have gotten so painful. I'm like, I can't make sense of the pain. And when you can't make sense of the pain, that's when it's like, what's the point of living if it's so hard? Nothing feels worth it. I'm giving everything I have to give and I still feel like God's not with me. And it's like to feel like God's far away when all you want is good things for other people, it's like, then you're like, okay, I must not be worth living. You know what I mean? I've literally got to that place, and it's a dark place to get to. So Chad, if anyone's out there and they're going through a season where you feel empty, you feel like nothing's working out for you, maybe you're in a pruning season where God is showing you that, there's a lot of unnecessary, maybe limbs that need to be trimmed so that you can thrive.